Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Monday, February 6th, if you're watching in real time. I filmed this a day ahead of time, and so if I can get this out in time, you can be watching it on the same day as I film it. And it is a full moon. So this full moon energy, usually full moon energies last a few days before and a few days after. So you're going to still feel it for the 6th as well. I didn't mention anything about it yesterday, but it has kind of a romantic or fiery feeling to it. So I've been using this Final Rose Tarot, which it takes after the Bachelor TV show, and as kind of a day-to-day saga until we get to Valentine's Day. But I just wanted to we could get the mansion at the bottom again. I just wanted to give you guys the option. If you would like a different deck, please say in the comment section below. If you would rather me change it up a little bit, then I don't mind a bit of feedback on that. You just let me know. But anyway, I can do some other romantic decks too. I just was interested in doing this little saga here. So it looks like it almost feels full circle, one saga, because we have a ring and then we have the jeweler coming out the next day. And it feels like at least gift giving of some sort has been happening, and some maybe possibly even some kind of commitment. But let's see what's coming next. Maybe this is for a different group of people, or maybe it still continues this saga. All right, let's take from the middle. We have, ooh, speaking of fiery, this is for the wrong reasons. 6, a lot of sixes in there. Okay. The Seven of Mirrors, the Seven of Swords for the wrong reasons. Seven of Swords is the Seven of Mirrors is the Seven of Swords, which is like the deception card. It's a sneaky card, and I like to see many points of view on all the cards. And in my deck, the Seven of Swords represents a misunderstanding, a misunderstood situation. But I'll address this definition. All right, let's see what else. Okay, the Three of Rings, group dates. I feel like this is a different story for a different group of people. And the producer. All right, let's zoom on in. I feel like we're starting a new story for somebody else or a different group of people out there. Feels like the other story kind of came full circle because the final rose did come out. So let's zoom on in and see what we've got. Okay, so the Seven of Mirrors says for the wrong reasons and you sneaky little minx. Okay, if this resonates, then maybe you need to hear this. If it doesn't resonate, maybe you're dealing with somebody. Ooh, maybe somebody's trying to sneak into your circle, your group of friends, trying to get the attention that away from you and onto them. But let's see what we find. You are laying it on thick, trying to fool your way to the final rose, or are you really here to gain notoriety, garnish attention, and walk away with a new followers and a cheap sponsorship? Also, this reminds me, one of the things that I ran across while I was on these dating apps, which I have chosen not to do, was a lot of guys out there were accusing girls in their little bios, don't hit me up if all you want to do is followers on your social media or something like that. So I guess that was happening a lot, like girls out there trying to talk to guys not for the intention of finding love or going on a date, but just to get people to follow them on their social media, which whatever, that wasn't my goal, but if that happened, so be it. But it wasn't my goal. And hopefully that's not your goal either. Like you truly want to find a connection, but maybe you're around somebody who's in it for the wrong reasons, and it's upsetting because you actually generally like a person, let's say, but your friend is trying to get attention. This group date makes me feel like there's more than you around. So there's like, you may be in any kind of social situation. It could be work, it could be school, it could be some kind of social media situation where you have a group of people you know that you see often, friends that comment and things like that. There could have been a guy or a girl that you had some kind of interest in, and somebody else is trying to steal the spotlight, so to speak. But they're not doing it because they like the person. They're doing it because they just are attention seekers or something. Anyway, but in a more positive light, you or this person or whatever the energy you're dealing with are quite a strategizing wizard, so good at playing up your strengths and getting what you want. Direct your energy toward what you really desire, and know that there are easier ways to achieve your goals. It's interesting because the Five of Swords to me feels like the shortcuts, like the cheap way of getting what you want without putting the work and effort into it. Seven of Swords is kind of similar, but it's like a deceptive way. It's like showing parts of yourself that aren't actually true, or maybe hiding, or being in denial of your own. Maybe it could be something just as softly and small as being in denial of your own desires. What do you really want? Are you with a person just because they give you attention, or do you really like them? There could be also this, on the positive side, it could mean that you're a good manifester, and take that energy and use it for your good. So I think some of it has to be like looking inward and having some self-awareness, and then really deciding what you truly want. Do you want the drama? I mean, if you want the drama, okay, be an actress or something, be a model, be something that gets the spotlight. You could be an influencer. You can use this energy for positive things instead of going out with friends, drinking or whatever. And like, let's say, I'm not sure, but I feel like there could be a scenario here where you and your friends, let's just say females, just for the sake of to clarify, but because 90 something percent, 95% of you are females, and almost all of that are feminines, or people or females interested in males. So that's why I kind of geared my readings towards you guys, you girls. But if you are masculine and you're watching this, it can apply in the same way. So let's say you're out with girlfriends or guy friends, and maybe it's not obvious, but you kind of made eye contact with somebody that you like, and your friend is like making a big, like, she's like showing, she's just overly sexual or something like that, just kind of getting in the way and making it difficult for you to form a connection with the person. And it seems to me obvious that he likes you and not her, but she thinks just because she's being more more obvious or more dynamic about her happy sex appeal or whatever, that she's actually getting the attention. So that, in that context, that's a negative way to get to show off and to get attention. But in a positive way, it's very objective, because a lot of us have mixed feelings about subjectifying ourselves, or women subjectifying themselves, or men, for that matter, because there's a lot of guys out there, especially like on TikTok, that just kind of stand there and look handsome, and people are like throwing hearts at them. I mean, it's kind of like going to like Le Bears or something like that, I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Like, I'm not judging at all, okay? But that to me seems a much more neutral way of going about showing off strutting your stuff, basically, than to grabbing attention away from a friend. And maybe you're not doing it intentionally, and that could be what's going on. There could be something here that's just somebody's just unaware, like they need to be more aware of who, of themselves, more self-aware. Anyway, but in a general sense, like goals can be achieved. You know what? If your friend is doing this, maybe it's a good wake-up call for you that you lay back too much. Maybe you need to stand up and show your stuff. You don't have to change, and you don't have to dim your light to fit in, and you don't have to be something that you're not, but it could be sort of an example to you that there is something about that energy, you know. And maybe that doesn't work for you at all, because maybe the person that actually likes you back doesn't like that about the other person. So who cares, right? If you found somebody who likes you for just who you are and is not attracted to the show off, then there you go. You're fine, you know? Anyway, the producer here is the behind the scene master of orchestration. So we got behind the scenes somebody doing something, and then this is the behind the scenes master. It could be like, could be one and the same person, or this person could be like whispering to this person's ear, hey, we should do this. Oh, you know what? This could be just a movie that you're watching, because I started watching The Bachelorette. I think that's what it's called. Movie with, so it's like, the premise is this girl got engaged, and she was like the not popular one in high school. She was called Pig Face. That's awful, but her supposed friends called her names, and they're still supposedly her friends, which all seems very like strange to me, but for the premise. But she's like reaching out to them saying, hey, could you be my bridesmaids, because I'm about to get married. And they're all jealous of her. They're like, oh no, we should have been the first ones to get married, you know, because we're so beautiful and popular and rich and blah blah blah, and you're Pig Face. So that could be like a fake friends, you know, like, and I think maybe part of this scenario, at least in this premise of this movie, is if the heroine was more self-aware, maybe she wouldn't have friends like that, unless there's a plot twist and she knew that they were like that all along, and she's secretly doing it to rub it in. I don't know, but I didn't finish the movie because, I mean, it kind of hurt my heart a little to like see name calling, and then there's like, I don't know, it seemed like really low grade humor, but I might watch it just to see how it ends. Anywho, but it could be like that, you know, like, because these are mundane readings. It could be a day of watching movies. But if this is actually happening to you, I would say take the high road as much as you can, because this producer that's behind the scenes has unlimited resources, a really great intuition, a little manipulation. She pulls all the stops. She does it to like excite everybody, to delight the world. You know, it's unveiling of seamless manifestation of all we could ever dream possible right before our eyes. So the producer is the magician. And so the magician is an interesting card, because the magician is the manifester but also the manipulator. So it's like kind of dark and light. But I feel this could be sort of fairy godmother energy to somebody out there who's, though this could be very much Cinderella, you know, like Cinderella, and then the evil stepsisters manipulating, deceiving, and then the fairy godmother comes to rectify, you know, bring justice. Even though she's not about, you know, the producer's not necessarily the justice card, she's the magician. She's the fairy. She actually holds the key. This could also be like, it could be a good friend that comes in to help save the day. It could be the person that you're interested in that comes to save the day. It could be your higher self that rises above the situation and uses your own strength and power to save your own day. It could be lots of things, but just realize that there could be a situation where you're in a group of people, or you're with friends, or some friend may be a little deceptive or try to steal your spotlight. And, you know, you do you do what feels good to you, but I think she's not going to be able to get away with it, because you're a lot stronger and more powerful than you give yourself credit for. So I hope you like that. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.